Welcome back, guys and gals, to the Barry Charles Footy Show, where the best rugby league information comes to you right here live in the studios. Yes, welcome back. In today's video, we're going to look at two of the top teams, best NRL squads ever to be produced from these two clubs. And this is the last in my series of the top 16, the Penrith Panthers versus the Parramatta Eels. Who is going to win this one and take out the final spot in the top 8? This is a nail biter. This is a brilliant competition here for these two. Remember to smash the like button and subscribe to the channel right there if you love this footy. Let's check it out right here, right now. Fullback Rhys Wesser for the Penrith Panthers gets the nod against Jarryd Hayne. Ooh, excitement machines, both of these players. Both great runners of the football. That was their name of the game. But even though how good Rhys was, Jarryd Hayne wins this one hands down. This year in 2009 was unreal. Unfortunately, we lost him to the football, to the NFL, which cost him being an absolute superstar of the game. But he's definitely a very good player. Now the wing positions, it was a bit tough to know who to go for. Yeah, there's obviously Luke Rooney, he's missed out, but I went for current players. Steve Crichton and Brian To'o. I just had to put Stephen Crichton in there because I think he's going to be in this team, and I think this is the only way I could put him in was put him on the wing. Taking on Luke Burt and Eric Gross Sr., so that'll be a good matchup that game. And I find those pairings pretty even. And even this is very even as well here. Brad Fittler and Ryan Girdler centre pairing, taking on Mick Cronin and Steve Ella from the back in the day. So most people are going to remember Brad Fittler and Ryan Girdler more than the other two. But I tell you what, this is very tough. But I did go for the Panthers but it's a very good squad. And again, this is good competition here. The halves, Greg Alexander and Nathan Cleary. Yes, I had to put Greg Alexander there. Obviously, people will say, yes, Craig Gower could have been there. Steve Carter. But yeah, we'll see Steve Carter later. But that's who I went with. And Brett Kenny and Peter Sterling pretty much picked themselves on the other side of the list. Very evenly matched. It'll just depend on the day who is there. But I have nod Brett Kenny in front of Greg Alexander and Nathan Cleary in front of Peter Sterling and Nathan Cleary. Why? Because potentially he's going to be the best halfback we've ever seen. And he's pretty close to it already. Even though sometimes his performances haven't said that, but he's won a World Cup, 2 premierships, looking for more. And if his career keeps going the way it's going, if he wins 5 or 6, he'll be the greatest of all time. Even going past Cameron Smith, that is the prediction maybe of Nathan Cleary. We will see. If we look at the props here, Tony Puletua and James Fisher-Harris versus Nathan Curtis and Bob O'Reilly. And this game is mouth-watering. To be honest, this is the most mouth-watering game I think I've had. Out of all these ones I've been reading, it would be a game and Roy Simmons and Steve Edge and the game on. And then look at this. Mark Guy, John Cartwright, Issah Yeo. I think that's just about the best of all these ones I've read. The Warriors were good. I mean, there's some very good back row options here, but Mark Guy for his flamboyance with John Cartwright and Issah Yeo, who's a mixture of both of them. It's going to be hard to stop. And on the other side, Nathan Hindmarsh, Peter Winner, Ray Price, it's just mouth-watering. But where I think the Panthers get them, the Parramatta Eels here, is in the bench, and that's why the Penrith Panthers win this round. Steve Carter, I'll put him in front of Ken Thornton, old school player. Scott Sattler, Jason Smith, very similar. Could have picked either way, but I'm going for Scott Sattler. Fuifu Moi Moi, even though I'd love to have picked him, but for the Army kick out. And Chris Sando has made my squad just on what he did in a short period of time. He was a very good player for them. And Dylan Edwards makes this team on, I think, potential where he's going as a footy player. And that's leaving out some other good players that will probably head into that direction depending on how their careers go at Penrith. So yes, the Penrith Panthers. Parramatta Eels, this is the closest one of them all. I think Penrith Panthers win 6. and the Parramatta is 4. And Parramatta are definitely one of the unlucky ones not to make the top 8. They definitely were very unlucky not to make it. The West Tigers were as well, and a couple others. But the Parramatta, to me, probably could have made the team, to be honest. Could have made the team, but they'll end up 9th. They easily could have been top 8 team. Some people argue they might have been in front of the Warriors, but it is what it is. I had to mix it around, and it's what I come up with. So Parramatta, unfortunately, don't make the top 8, but it's still a very, very, very good team. So how did Parramatta win the game? Well, obviously they got Brett Kenny and Peter Sterling. They could steer the ship. Jarryd Haynes, Razzle Dazzle, Ero Growth knows how to score tries. So it's like Burton McCronin. It's just a very good team. It really is. Nathan Cleary, well balanced team. I mean, it's very good. Just the bench probably a little bit lacking, but still good. In Penrith Panthers as well. Both teams are very good. Brad Fiddler, Razzle Dazzle, Ryan Goodler. I mean, Toho, Meteridge, Crichton intercepts, Wesser. I mean, Greg Alexander, Nathan Cleary can't get much more steady the ship players. Tony Puletua, James Fisher-Harris, Mark Guy, John Carlin. This is Issah Yeo, Steve Carter. I mean, it's just really, Kick-Out, Scott Sadler. They've done so much things for the footy club. And Dylan Edwards was Clive Churchill medalist. It's just absolute carnage what these two teams would do if they played each other. Yeah, very good footy teams, absolutely footy teams. Who would make a chance of making the best team ever? Brad Fiddler, he'd be in with a show. Nathan Cleary, Issah Yeo would be a chance. Viliami Kick-Out. Unfortunately, he maybe needs a bit more game time to really put himself in the frame. Jarryd Hayne, if he played a bit longer, would be a chance. Brett Kenny was a very good player, so was Eric Grove, Nathan Hindmarshall, Ray Price, all with a shot on making the best team. But when you're trying to narrow down to 17, it's going to be very tough making that 17 choice. I might have to put 2 17s together just to give you a comparison, and maybe the second 17 could win. But yes, that is the footy of the round here. So Penrith Panthers beat the Parramatta Eels in this one in the tight contest. They just won an extra couple of games. Definitely a tough game, and Parramatta are unlucky to make the top 8, to be honest. They got some very good players in the squad, but unfortunately it's just the way the cookie is crumbled. I hope you enjoyed the video. Remember to subscribe and smash the like button. We'll have plenty more videos, and soon enough we're going to see the top 8 teams of the best of the best. Exactly the same teams as we talked about, but now we're going to compare them with another team, down to the top 4. And hopefully you're enjoying the series. And remember to take care and watch out. The footy is coming shortly. Don't you worry. We'll be back to watching the greatest game of all.